Hey, um, today's topic is you're a zombie. I've always wanted to say that, and I've always wanted to do this, but just never felt how appropriate it was to Christianity until now. Why do I call you a zombie? Most of humanity is actually a zombie. What are zombies first? Zombies, whether you look at the old movies or the new movies, it doesn't matter. They all want to eat flesh. That's the basic principle of it. And when they're not eating a live human being, they're just dormant, waiting to get a whiff of a live person. And that's humanity today. Like, we all live in sleep. I know there's something that's called wake, and it concerns conspiracy theorists, but that's not what I'm talking about here. That's not the kind of zombie I'm calling you. I'm calling you zombie because out of our disconnect, or the disconnection that we have between our flesh and our spirit. You see, we're a flesh community, universe. Whatever my flesh wants, it gets. My flesh wants sex, it gets sex. Whether it's doing it on your own or with someone actually beside you, you're going to get it. My flesh wants to eat, so it eats. My flesh wants whatever it wants, it's going to get. So we become no different than any animal, really. If you look at how horses, cows, and dogs, which I've seen personally, just a country boy, if you see how they mate, and when they mate, I mean, cats will mate with more than one male cat at a time, and only when they're in that moment where they can reproduce. Dogs too, they'll have more than one mate, and horses too. I mean, one time, this just something I got to tell you guys. One time, I was on a horse in Ecuador, and I was on a female horse, and I didn't know she was, on that time of the month where she can get pregnant. And if you know any stallions, or you know anything about horses, stallions will do just about anything to get some action. And a stallion was like 5-7 acres away from us, but he still got a whiff of it, and he jumped and he hurdled and he got to me. And I just saw everybody running, and by the time I realized what was going on, the horse had jumped on top of the stallion had jumped on top of the female horse and put his legs on top of me. And just to let you know, that's very painful. And I think I remember it, but I mean, it really hurt. I mean, it's not like it really hurt. Luckily, most animals will finish in a matter of seconds and move along. So that's what happened. Although that was the more painful part, because I remember I got hit right here. And horses are really, really strong. But anyway, that's what animals do. They just mate in the time period where they're going to impregnate, and they have multiple things. And if you look at our society with respect to sex, everything is sex. Like, we succumb to sex. We go to bars for sex. We hang out. We just want somebody that makes us feel right in the moment, that makes us do whatever reason you have to have sex, you're going to do it. I mean, that's just it. I mean, I would say the majority of the time that you go out to a bar or something is to look for sex. That's just being honest. Now, having said that, I'm a weekend Uber driver. And on weekends from, 7 o'clock in the morning to about 9, sometimes even 10, I get all those calls. Like, and most of them are women who went to a man's house and spent the night. Now they're just getting a ride home or to their cars, whatever. But basically, the woman goes to the man's house, has sex and goes out. And that's what we become. I mean, we dictate our flesh, dictates our life. And if that's so true, I mean, why are we spirit then? Why are we never conformed? Why do we always feel that something's missing? And I'm telling you, we feel like something's missing for the simple reason that we're not all just flesh. There is a spirit within us, and that disconnect is the one that has us as zombies. So when you see a live person, most people reject them. Like, I'll be honest with you, it's so hard for a man, a Christian man who wants to do things in a Christian way, to have a woman. And it's simple. Most women want a Christian guy, just not a fully committed Christian guy. They want a fully committed Christian guy to them that will meet their standards of what a Christian looks like and should be. Most of them will want to have sex before marriage. They think that's a thing. But anyway, you will not change who you are. You will not ever be happy. You will not find freedom. You will not feel like you're a different person as long as you still live in your flesh. I fast. I fasted 7 days without food and water. I fasted 30 days with just water. And you can see my previous videos on that. And let me tell you, it's the hardest thing at first to do because my flesh screams. Like by the second or third day when you just start to fast, the second or third day are the worst because that's when your flesh is just telling you, hey, I want food, I want this, I want it, so your head hurts, your body, is going through a weird thing, and everything just changes inside you. And that's just your flesh telling you, if you don't eat or drink water right now, we're going to die. And that's a lie. It's like telling you, if you don't have sex, what's wrong with you? You have to feel insecure about it because there's something wrong with you. You're too fat, too skinny, too tall, too short, too whatever. So you go out and have to prove yourself that you are good enough, that you are something for someone because you can have sex with them. Because you're not comfortable in your own skin. I can tell you personally, and this is on my side, I am one with my spirit, with my senses, with my spirit and my flesh. So I dictate what's going on and what happens in my life. And I recently talked to my daughter about this, and I told her, like, we were talking about jogging, and I was like, I jog not because I need to anymore. Because when I started jogging because of anxiety. I used to suffer a lot through anxiety. Now I jog because I want to, because it's just a part of who I am. If tomorrow I find a woman that's willing to put up with me, and that God has provided for me, that has the same beliefs as I do, the same basic core beliefs, and I hope she's very different than I am, that way we can complement each other, but the same core beliefs. And if I meet her, awesome, I'm ready to have a relationship with somebody. But if I don't, I am 100% content, happy, ecstatic about the life I live today. So I'm not living the life I want to live if a woman comes. I'm living it today. I don't need anybody. I don't need friends. I don't need anybody to feel happy, content, to feel like I'm accomplished, or to feel like I'm good looking, positive, or my self-worth is going to be motivated. None of that. I'm good. But if I get a chance to go out and eat with my friends, I enjoy them so much. If I get a chance to come and play music here at the studio, and just be inspired and write and do a song, that's awesome. If I don't ever again, that's okay. It's not, nothing defines me but my spirit and my flesh being one. Now, I am a Christian. So you can do this whether you're a Christian or not. It's just overcoming, realizing that you are more than just flesh and looking to your spirit. You can do that. Now, as a Christian, I'd say like you can do flesh and spirit, but you will never feel like I totally accomplished, totally satisfied. Like you don't need anything or to prove anything to anybody unless you know that Jesus Christ died for you on the cross, because at the end of the day, I'm still flawed and I'm still broken. I will hurt a woman somehow, some way, with my words or with my not being whatever, because it's just who I am. I'm not saying the woman isn't perfect. I'm saying I'm not perfect. My friends have to accept me with my shortcomings because they love me, first of all, but because I'm just that way. I have shortcomings. So, I'm not perfect when I'm spirit and flesh. I'm perfect because I realize that without Jesus, I will never be 100% me. But I do understand that I can be alive. Like, stop hearing people and hearing what they're saying and them telling you, like, if you want to do this, if you want to have money, definitely follow one of those people. But if you want to be more yourself, stop listening to people, start looking into you. Stop, if you're a Christian, stop letting people read the Bible for you. You read the Bible and let the Holy Spirit talk to you. If you want to stop eating like a zombie, well, then my suggestion is start living a life where you look for consciousness all the time. Stop being a zombie. Have a great day.